How you doing? This is Shawn from Shawn's Fish Tanks. My first video on the discus, I kind of got cut off because I had an issue with my normal video camera. I actually lost the charger to it, so I am shooting from my iPhone and the storage is limited. So I've been trying to delete photos and old things to free up some storage so I can actually do some videos for now until I order the cord from Amazon, which I just haven't gotten around to do to charge my regular camera. So I'm sorry about the video quality and the sudden cutoffs of any videos that I do. I wanted to do another one on my discus and elaborate a little bit more. I think I got cut off last time when I started talking about these guys, and I wanted to explain what I meant about these guys and their how they have kind of turned me to go into this a little bit more. I just enjoy the simplicity of it. I always had fish tanks, even before I had reef tanks. Now, corals are beautiful. Everybody loves to try to grow them. Acros, I was into that big time. Now, not only is it financially better for me to not get into it, but it's better for my house. It's better for the maintenance required. You get tons of evaporation, and unless you have the right amount of setup for it inside your house, you're going to have all kinds of problems. Now, I had reef tanks in my house for about 5 years, and 4 or 5 years, and there was a lot of evaporation, a lot of topping off water. I like the simplicity of just having fish. Taking care of them. These guys remind me of tangs a lot. They have a lot of personality. I have one new addition. I'm not sure what he is called yet. I have to do a little bit more research about him. But I did want to go and elaborate a little bit more about these guys and how much I like them and why. You know, I did a lot of reading when I decided to make the change, and I did kind of jump right into it. But you know, I'm not by any means at all am I amateur at trying to keep fish alive and taking good care of them. So now I just want to go over a few things specifically about the tank. Now, most of the time I do a water change every day. After doing reading, simply discus, watching some videos. Some people like Planted MN. I love his tank, love the setup. But he does, I think, 2 water changes a week. Now, I do more than that. I believe there's a lot more growth. This is my new guy right here. I believe there's a lot more growth. I'm going to give you more images of the fish, less of me. I believe that there's a lot more growth the more you change the water. And you can visibly see it, the difference in between the fish after you change the water. And it's not so much the feeding, it's changing the water. These guys love clean new water. I think there's some minerals involved in this that they get out of it. Not exactly sure what or how it works for them like this, but I know it does work. They get something out of the water, and you know, there's a satisfaction of being able to take care of this tank and keep it cleaner by changing the water more frequently. But I will say that I've been looking at some more videos and some of these tanks, and I'm so used to saying reef tanks. And there's some beautiful discus tanks out there, and I like the ease of bare bottom and different filtrations, and I keep thinking that I'm probably going to change to something a little bit different. I might go with a regular reef type setup where these guys have a little bit more water flow kicking on, kind of like Planted MN, and that I have like an overflow system and a little bit more filtration. It just would be easier for doing the water changes. Some of these plants are actually picking up a little bit of fungus on them, and I noted on one of the videos I saw just yesterday that he was having the same issue. So he ended up getting rid of some of the plants and changing to different plants that wouldn't collect the fungus. and it's more like an algae rather than a fungus. It's like a hair algae that gets in between the plants, and it's due to lack of water flow. Now, discus don't really like water flow, so there's not going to ever be a lot of water flow in here. So my key is going to be finding plants that can actually hack it, you know. So and some plants can't, some plants can, and I think I saw a few plants that were interesting me, and I think I might make some changes to those kind of plants when I do the different filtration. And again, I apologize if this cuts the film short. I did want to do some kind of a part 2 for now. So my filtration and my tank setup is going to change. This isn't going to be my main display. I might add it into my full system to make it easier for water changes. But I do believe I'm going to set up a system where it's either going to be a little bit of sand at the bottom or it's going to be bare bottom. And I'm going to have an overflow, and I'll have a couple pumps, wave makers, because I already have them from reefing, that'll kick on different times to blow around the debris so that I can pick it up into my filtration. It'll be a lot easier for me than vacuuming this gravel all the time, and I can just do the water changes. You know, from my previous videos, if you know me from my reef tanks, I'm a father. There's a lot of work being involved when you're a father, especially with a little one. You know, you get home from work, you want to just take care of your fish, but you want to be able to take care of your kid too. So the kid comes first, and you don't have much time. So you want to make sure you can get your work done in the tank effectively and take care of the fish at the same time. So I like the way this setup works, but I think, sorry about my thumb, the iPhone again. But I think it'll work a lot more efficiently for me if I set it up kind of like planted MN. A little less plants, maybe a little bit more driftwood than him. I may go bare bottom. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll have to see. Maybe little areas of sand. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I have to see how much in the new tank I can get turbulence with the wave makers. But for now, I'm going to stick with this. Grow my discus as much as possible. Right now I have, I believe I have 7 discus in here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think there's 7 discus. There might be, like I said, 1 or 2 more additions, and that's it. I don't want to go too crazy. I don't plan on having a 300-gallon tank. The largest I